Welcome to episode 17 of the Free Your Mind podcast. I've got a short one for you today because I've got a call coming up. What happens is basically I don't have time, and then if I do have time, I've got such a small amount of time that I just go for it because, 8 minutes of a podcast is better than no minutes of a podcast. I will do a longer one next week, I think, unless I don't. Now, today is just going to be a bit more of a reminder. I posted yesterday that the moment you realize you're not present, you're present again. It is, if that sounds simple, it's because it is. Everyone wants to be in the present. I think we all get the idea, we get the hint that the present moment is where life is. And if you listen to my podcast, then you're also, very much looking in that direction. And I had a new client yesterday who was like, he started to notice this. That's the first part of working with me. As your awareness increases, you start to see parts of your behavior that you didn't notice before, or things just start to come to light. You might notice it in other people. You might notice it in yourself. You might notice thought processes or behaviors. You may notice new thinking. And he's like, so what do we do then? Like if and I have no agenda to my calls, by the way. Like these conversations, like these podcasts, I very much practice what I preach. I show up, and I show up to what shows up. I show up to the call with nothing on my mind, no thinking, no worries, no fears, no shoulds or shouldn'ts or can'ts. And I just trust myself to flow with that conversation. And my clients, I invite them to do the same too, which is weird for them at first because they're used to planning and preparing and knowing and what's the agenda and where do we go and what do we do on week 1 and 5 and 12 and blah, blah, blah. No, you just turn up. And deeper mind will bring something to the conversation that is useful to you, even if you don't even know that yet. And I bring presence and awareness and attention to the conversation and trust myself to notice anything that needs noticing, I'll notice. Any questions that need asking, I'll ask. Any things that sound a bit off or need confronting or actually can be ignored because they're irrelevant, I trust myself to know. And apparently I trust myself quite well. Who knows? I've never coached myself, so I don't fucking have a clue. But back on point. So this is the thing. This job of yours, the purpose that I now believe is the purpose of all humans. I think our number one purpose, our inner purpose, and I don't like the word purpose because it's a bit of a buzzword. What's my purpose? I don't know if I buy into that, but doesn't make that right or wrong, by the way. That's just the way it looks to me now. Is all humans on this planet, their purpose is to become more consciously aware. Is to realize that they are the awareness, they are the consciousness that's behind the experience of living. Another client said to me, it's like an out of body experience. It was like I was watching myself and I could see the emotions and the thoughts. And I'm like, yes, that's it. Because I can say the words, but me saying it and you feeling it and noticing it and experiencing it in a way that you go, oh, yeah, wow, that's it. Yeah. It's not about what I say, it's about what you hear. It's not about the words that I'm saying, it's where am I pointing to. It's not about, oh yeah, James said this really clever little sentence and I'm going to now try and do that. No. You'll hear it or you won't hear it. And it will turn into an insight that actually makes a difference in your life, or it won't. And sometimes your life will change and you forget to even realize until I ask a question or you ask yourself a question and you go, oh shit, yeah, that's changed. That's different. I'm different here. Or your wife notices or staff notice or you look back and you go, shit, yeah, last year I was this or that. Our job is so surprisingly simple, which I will get back to, but let me finish that point of this conversation that our purpose on this planet, I believe, is to feel alive. It's to go home to that stillness within, to feel fully alive and present to the moment of life, the eternal moment of now. It's to feel alive. It's to bring our conscious awareness to life through our being. That's our inner purpose. I honestly believe that happiness, fulfillment, stillness, and finding our way back home to that space underneath thinking that doesn't need figuring out and analyzing, that space within that. I think we all intuitively know that. And it may even feel true as I say it to you. Sometimes people will find this good feeling when listening to me or in conversation with me, or not just me. I'm not the only source. Trust that. That feeling, I think, is what we're all really searching for. We're just looking for our way back home. Now, the best part, by my opinion, some people that's enough. Okay, cool. Let's go meditate in that. Let's go to a monastery and live our life in that space. And that's cool if that's your outer purpose, which is what I'm going to get onto now. But the best part for me, and from what I can see with my clients, is we also have an outer purpose, that we want to do stuff, whether that's make podcasts, write books, or record videos, or help people to feel better, or whether that is, providing jobs, or creating a business, or properties, or traveling, or giving your kids what you didn't have, or, I don't know, charity, non-profits. It can be anything. We all seem to have that external outer purpose that we can't ignore. It makes us feel alive. We lose ourselves in the moment of doing that thing, whether it's business or sales or art or making jewelry or speaking, whatever it is. There's no right or wrong, just what's right or wrong for you. But the point that people miss is when we find our way home, that inner purpose, that presence, that being present in the moment, free from our thinking and flowing in the moment and trusting ourselves to handle the shit that comes up and navigate the life, that enhances our ability to create more. That enhances our ability to fulfill our outer purpose, whatever that is for you. What most people are missing is the overthinking that we get into the habit of doing isn't serving us. It may not look like that to you just yet. And with time, or maybe it does look like that right now. I don't know. But this is where thinking becomes a gift and a curse, because there are times when it feels useful. There are times when it feels appropriate to look ahead at different aspects of life and kind of try and work out the ifs and buts. But overused, it becomes an absolute curse, because we live in our thinking more than we live in life. And yet all the scenarios we create in our head, they don't even come to life. And the things that we visualize and create in our mind, whether we feel excited or anxious, life usually has different ideas. It normally brings something slightly different, or completely different, but somehow better. Or something emerges, an opportunity, a person, a relationship, so much of the good stuff in life, children even, so much of the good stuff in life comes out of nothingness. It wasn't in your mind, in your thinking mind before it appeared. It just appeared. And the more we look in that direction of not only the miraculous nature of life, but trusting that. I mean, I'm in danger of sounding like a hippie here, and I'm not. I'm okay with that in this conversation. It's realizing that we don't need to think as much as we think we do. And our thinking and our analytical minds and overthinking minds, they hinder more than they help. That's why everything points to the present. And that maybe is the homework for you in this conversation, if you resonate with us so far, is to really notice every time your thought trains go off on wild tangents. Notice every time you start creating imagined futures. Notice every time you try to analyze and predict and make assumptions and stories about what may or may not happen, or why someone may or may not have done something. Notice how much you make this shit up. And notice how often is it useful, really? Do you really need to plan the 7 different places you could end up this year, depending on the 7 different scenarios that may or may not happen in your life or business or whatever? Do you really? Does it help? And do you trust yourself to deal with life is inherently problematic, right? Do you trust yourself to deal with the problems regardless of what they are and when they show up? If you show up to your problems in the present moment, you might need to trust me for now, but I can assure you, you will do a fucking good job. If you show up to your relationships, your job, your business, whatever problem you have, free from thinking in the present moment, out of your stories, exaggerations, and catastrophizations, if that's a word. If you show up with pure presence, the aliveness, the intelligence of this life energy that we are as humans, the same source energy that makes plants grow, cuts heal, immune systems do their thing, that comes through us in that moment. It might come in the form of, it usually feels like common sense. It normally feels like, oh, well, that's obvious. Ah, okay, yeah, I didn't see that, didn't spot that. It's a bit like when you're, you're looking for your phone and then you realize, oh, it's in my fucking hand. It's a bit like that. It has a similar feel to it. It's like, duh. Oh, okay. You probably see it in other people when you see someone having an argument and you can see that neither of them are handling it very well. They're both making it worse. They're not seeing the point. And you almost want to bang their heads together and go, hello? Because we can see it when it's someone else, but we get caught in it. And that's what I'm bringing awareness to. So just notice. Notice when you lose the present moment, and the minute you notice, you are back again. Notice when your thinking goes on all these different thought streams, these different thought trains to nowhere. And just don't beat yourself up about it. We're human. That's cool. It will still happen. But just sit with the question, is this helpful? Is this useful? Does this make my life better or worse? And you may even need to kind of sit with the idea of, do you actually trust deeper mind? Do you trust intuition? Do you trust that common sense? Do you trust that life seems to be far more intelligent than us? So let's be honest. I don't know about you, but I can't make an oak tree grow no matter what I do. I don't think that's happening anytime soon. I can't make the sun come up or go down, or I can't make my lungs I can hold my breath, but I can't make my immune system do its thing. I can't make dopamine release do you know what I mean? We've got access to so much more intelligence than we allow ourselves to see. And at first it is a step into the unknown. It's it felt to me like, I don't really know if this is true, but it feels true, but I'm going to give it a go anyway and see what happens. But I'm kind of grimacing and kind of closing my eyes, almost like stepping off a cliff. You've been told there's a net that's going to catch you, but you don't really know if you believe it. So you could be falling to your death, but you do it anyway. When you realize, actually, not only do you step off the cliff, not only is there a net below you, but you've actually got wings. It's a pretty fucking peaceful, powerful place, that. It's a really beautiful place to live from. I say peaceful, powerful because it's peaceful, it's calm, it's still, but it's also like, oh my fucking God, the potential that we have as humans is insane. But I'm going to leave it there because I am late for my call. But it was worth it. I've enjoyed myself. So anyway, if you enjoy this, then please share it with people. Please let me know. Comment if you're on SoundCloud. Review if you're on Apple, on Spotify. I don't think you can do anything, but it's just good to hear what you get from this. And also it's good to share it if it's actually useful to you. Why not share the enjoyment and the love and the transformational conversation that hopefully this is for you. Anyway, I'll speak to you soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.